Hello, welcome back to the channel. Also, my microphone is dying, it's in its last leg, so we probably won't get any video until I sort that out. I'm not sure how long from there. But today's weather right now, especially, is really good. But during the day, it has been very hot. Like, it's not like hot, hot, meaning like the sun is like you can feel the UV is very high. Like, you can feel when it's very high because it stings your skin. Like, lately I've been going outside at like 7 or 4, like in the very late afternoon, and my skin still feels as if that it's being burned. So yeah, the UV is really high, but the weather is actually pretty good. I'm not sure how to explain it properly, but it's just one of the things that you have to live with, I guess, as a Sydney siders. Again, like my microphone, like the receiver on the phone is dying because it keeps coming off and on, and I'm not sure how long I have until it's totally gone and I have to buy a new microphone. And to be honest, I'm not really keen to buy a new microphone because this one is only a year old and it's already broken. And I don't know, I feel like lately I don't know. Okay, so today's theme is I don't know if we have a theme, but I just feel like my identity is shifting and I'm not sure where it's going and what the consequences are and what the where it's going. Like, I don't know where it's heading, and because I feel like I try to create this identity as an artist, for example, the past 12 years, maybe, yeah, 12 years, since to 2014, like, coming up with this name, Valorine, and basically putting it up on Society 6, and basically, even if it doesn't make so much money, at least it's there. There's a body of work, like, this is what I've done, this is what I created and stuff. But as the decade kind of moving on, all the my work that I put up on the internet is slowly erased, like completely erased. So, like, I probably made like hundreds of thousands of art and design. Is not like high quality work because I'm not a trained artist. I'm just an abstract artist. Like, I'm basically more for the soul of it. Like, whatever you take out of the work is whatever the work means for you. Um, because you have to monetize it. That's the purpose of me going into the art world, is just to make money, because that's the main purpose. Because with print on demand, you basically just have to create the art and design, and they handle all the custom service and the packaging and everything, and then you get a cut at the end of every month if you make a sale with your design on it. So it kind of provided me with this infrastructure that allowed me not to interact with people at all, not having to have to go 9 to 5 every day, not having to keep up with the schedule of the world, for example, like, as a result. So I feel like, and that has been very beneficial for me. And now, like, both worlds have shut down, basically the print on demand worlds, and also the residual passive income bit also is coming to an end. I'm not sure, like, where do I go now? And even now, like, I'm thinking, yeah, all of this are gone, and the problem is the work that I've done is also gone. Like, I didn't have backup, I think. I forgot. Well, I couldn't afford like the USB back then, well, my mind wasn't in the right space. So I don't know where all my arts have been saved in. Oh, I think like it's been saved in my computer, and then I reboot my computer to factory settings. So I lost all of them. So it's as if that, like, oh, did I even exist the past 14 years ever since I quit my employment in 2012? Like, do I even exist? Like, I feel like suddenly I disappeared from like real world as a 28-year-old, and now I'm waking up as a 42-year-old suddenly, and then that 14-year period is gone, and there is no trace, there is no records, there is nothing that basically saying to the world, this is what she has done in the past 14 years. This is a proof of her existence. It's as if that's gone. So I feel like it's not necessarily true, but it is kind of true because now, like, even the passive income world of like the internet probably are shifting towards AI now. So it's no longer the old internet that we kind of grow up with, and now like everything has to be pretty much like a job because you basically have to renew it all the time. You have to keep up with it, and you have to keep your collection fresh, your work fresh. So it's basically like you going into an office and then have to produce your work every day. And that beats the purpose of having a passive income where you basically just do your work once, or do your work when you can, when you don't, when you have spoons in the chronic illness community, for example, like I am part of. And because like it allows me, for example, to work for like a day or two and then kind of just rest for 5 days because I wasn't functioning for 5 days, or like work for like 10 days and then crashed out for the next 3 weeks because I'm not able to move my limbs. That kind of thing. Because so this particular infrastructure and this particular business model really worked for me up until maybe 2 years ago, or 3 years ago, maybe 4 years ago, maybe. So now it's gone, and I feel like, do I exist? I have this problem quite often, and not often, but like it exists enough for me to mark it in my brain. Like when I went to Europe, for example, I remember we took a tour, like one of the youth tour, like under 35 type thing. And I remember like going from England to France, and we were on a bus. And then usually here you get a stamp, or you get like a immigration marking between, because you're crossing two countries, right? You get a, and it's not Schengen area, like British is not part of the Schengen area. So this is usually where you get like your immigration mark, like passport stamp or some kind of thing. And then here we didn't get that because I don't know, maybe they were lazy or something, so we just passed the custom without having any stamps or anything from England to Paris. And I was thinking, oh my god, I really don't like that, because it feels like I didn't do this trip because there is no proof of me doing that trip, right? And it feels very, I don't know, a bit disappointed when I was thinking about that. Like, I didn't have any proof. I didn't get any stamp of, like, yeah, I exist. I went from here to here. Like, you kind of want to have that. I probably has photos, but I don't remember where I put them. Today, I'm not really keen in hearing children screaming, actually. There's a lot of children screaming in my neighborhood. So now I'm just dealing with this loss of identity. And like, as an artist or designer, I never really made much money, but it did got me here, like to this particular spot in life, and I still am alive. And my health is debatable. Um, but it's as if that the world is saying you can't use this identity anymore. You can't use it to prop yourself up because there is like the evidence has been erased, like thousands of work just deleted, which is, I was kind of like thinking about, oh, this probably will happen one day because basically I'm uploading like tens of thousands of stuff, and other people, hundreds of thousands of other artists also doing that the same. And then when print on demand becomes like a side hustles, I'm pretty sure they're being hit like by tens of thousands of people uploading things every day from one person, like spam basically, with lots of things. So their servers are probably handling a lot of storage issues, and that's expensive. You have to pay for storage. And then about like 2 years ago, they moved from their own, I don't know, maybe Amazon server to Shopify. So they're basically saying we're not paying so much money for storage for designs that are not selling. So we're not even profiting from it. We're just, holding your designs here for free. So they basically just cut them out. Like if they don't sell, like it's just going to be deleted, which is fair, which was long time coming, which I predicted, of course. But Um, I guess like back then, I thought, oh, maybe I would be somewhere better in my life already financially and the whole bit as well. No, no, nowhere is in a better position. No, I'm not in a better position at all. I'm laughing because it's ridiculous. And now I feel like I can't really hope much because the past decade and a half is basically saying, or the past 2 decades and a half, probably saying to me that, yeah, nothing good is going to ever happen in your life that is going to stay an everlasting way. And so the act of hoping feels kind of redundant. It feels useless. It's like, why would you do that? Like, why would you do something that you know is not going to come true? And it's sad because I do want to hope, because I think hope is gives you a certain amount of, well, hope basically. It gives you that feeling of probability that things get better. But now my nervous system is being drenched with evidence after evidence after evidence after 4 decades, like, no, it's not going to. So it doesn't even want to reach out. It doesn't even want to reach to the future and kind of grab something positive or some kind of hope and then put it in my heart, that kind of thing. It's like we are not risking that. We're not risking heartbreaks again over silly things that are not going to come true, which is so sad. Like, why would you do that? It's like, I know 42 is old, but at the same time, 42 is not 82. So you kind of get like another 40 years, maybe. So yeah, so that's what I'm dealing with, and I'm dealing also with the heated rivalry thing. Like, I'm still watching it, I'm still rewatching it, I'm still doing all of that right now, but I really haven't felt anything. I feel like I'm trying to force myself to feel something when I watch it. I'm trying to force myself to feel what the characters are feeling, and I'm unable to do it even now. Like, maybe how long has it been now? Maybe 2 3 weeks now since I got into it. So I don't think it's gonna happen anytime soon. I'm still rereading it though. I'm still rereading it. I'm still in the loop of it, and I also read the whole like 6 books so far, the Game Changers series. It's probably better if you haven't read the book, like the whole series, to read the whole series, because I think the second book for Heated Rivalry for Shane and Ilya is better if you already read the rest of the books between 2 and 6, which is on the characters, because there are interlaps between the worlds. So um, and it's actually better. For some reason, I find it easier to read the other books than the Ilya and Ilya and Shane's book. I don't know why, but yeah, that's a question that I still have to answer myself. So that's where I'm at right now. I am trying to figure out this feeling of who do I want to become. And I still want to become the same person I wanted to become when I was a child, which was to be rich and to be powerful. Not to be famous. I don't want to be famous. I want to be rich and powerful. And I think it's just that I want to have rich and power for so I can sleep, so I can rest, because without them, resting is not resting. Resting is always going to be accompanied with this constant scanning and hypervigilance of when are the enemies are going to attack. When is things are going to go wrong. I don't have the resources to deal with this. I don't have the resources to answer these issues. I don't have the resources to make my life easier when something comes up. It's like just little things. If something breaks, it's easy. If you have money, you just buy them, and then organize someone to put them together for you. If something happens, You don't have to rely on insurance, for example. You can just pay it straight away, and then it's just very easy. It's convenience, and it's also power because you don't have to um, begging for other people's to spare you um, from a life-changing decisions that you can't really evade unless you have money. And it's like just little things like that. It's just power, freedom, and the ability to choose and the ability to control your life, the direction of your life as well. So I feel like that hasn't changed at all. And the problem is I don't have the skills to go there. I don't have the talents I find to go there. Now even like if I watch like a social media, so with the people that are younger than me, 20s, 25, in their 20s, 30s, basically, they are, a lot more skilled, a lot more adapt and in the world and know how to get around, have expertise that they can offer. And I lost all of that, and I don't have any skills that I have honed the past 42 years or whatever. I barely is getting my brain back right now, barely. I'm still like in the haze, and I'm still in the fog in there, and my body is not even right. Like 4 or 5 days ago, I woke up one day, and then suddenly I woke up like this, and then boom, I just slammed back down again, like lying down, and like vertigo, and I didn't even realize I had vertigo, and it was real bad. And I still have it even now, 5 days later, but it's not as bad as the first day. The first day was so crazy. Like I got up and then boom, I slammed back down to the mattress. Luckily, and I think it's because I took like a bath of with Epsom salt the night before, because when I read up on it online, it's basically a crystallization that kind of the crystal came out of its where it's supposed to be, and that's why it's creating this vertigo thing. And then if you do a certain maneuver, you can kind of try to put the crystals inside your inner ear back to where it is, and then it will reduce your vertigo. I kind of like use that maneuver a little bit, kind of work, kind of not. But the fact that it's getting better and there is no pain and there is no ache, so there is no um, like high fever, there is no those really screaming alarm things make me feel like this is inconvenient and uncomfortable and maybe a little bit dangerous, because I have been going outside and going around, and I've been wobbling around, and I've been bumping into people because I basically like, when you don't have your balance, you basically are always swaying and stuff. People probably think that I'm drunk, but I just didn't really want to be staying at home because I've stayed at home like for the past week or so last week. So, and yeah, people commented on that a lot on the public, like, oh, okay, oh, sorry, oh, like, oh, bump, because I kept bumping into each other because I'm wobbling. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like, whatever. Yeah, I think that's like the state of life right now. It's like, yeah, okay, like there is just so many negative stuff happening, and I'm just like, I don't know how to fix it. Like, and there is no way of fixing it except just letting it fix itself eventually. But I feel like I don't want to be dictated as much by the circumstances that is quite negative. On the first day, I was responsible. I stayed home. On the second day, I didn't. I wasn't responsible. I went out. Um, but yeah, so I just basically trying to keep doing whatever it is I usually do. I don't do much, so that's one thing. But yeah, I'm doing it wobbly and with vertigo. Like, oh. And then you just have to kind of like hold on to something. It's a bit dangerous, actually. I know that's a bit reckless, I think, but I don't know. I guess this is as exciting as my life gets at this stage. Also, my main vlog channel is also dying, which I think is definitely dying. And I'm like, okay, I predicted this, and everything is dying. So that's part of the identity crisis. Not identity crisis. I'm not sure. I don't think it's a crisis. I think it's just more like a existential questioning as usual, but this time with the actual real world marker. Um, so yeah, so I'm like, I guess I'm praying for everything to end, but I don't feel the doom and negative feelings attached to it, which is a bit weird. Like, I don't feel like, oh, I'm so sad, I'm so like dire, I'm so like hurt and so tortured. All of this, it's not that. It's just I don't have any feeling. I think I have gone to dissociation level at the higher level than before. And I feel like the permanence of my dissociation has become calcified. It has become this from temporary to permanent, and it's a bit dangerous, I suppose, but at the same time, what can I do? I'm not really going to do anything. And I feel I can't change my direction. I feel like there is so much energy and resistance if I change direction. And I don't even know what direction I should change to. That's probably useful. It's like, I can't really go back to school, and I'm not going to. I can't go back to work either. So to be honest, I think the best solution is that I want to open a consulting company that basically allowing me to tell people what to do with their lives. It's going to be unqualified, of course, because I don't have a psychology degree. Like, I'm not a qualified psychologist, and I'm also not a qualified counselor. I'm not a qualified therapist or whatever. So I'm going to put it in as a consulting thing. I'm going to say, I'm just going to tell you what to do. This is a consulting where, if you're confused, come to me. I'll let you know what you need to do, and everything's gonna be through email. So everything is gonna be you gonna pay me like $200 to help you with your problem, and it's probably going to be about maybe, I don't know, maximum maybe 5 email exchanges, because I think if you don't have a limit on the email exchanges, it's gonna be huge. But of course, like, this is also, don't think it's gonna be attractive enough, because you can do this with like better help, like, online psychologists and online therapists like that. So it's the services have been provided. But for me, it's more like, you just tell me and I will tell you what your problem is, and then I'll tell you what to do. Is it going to solve your problem? I don't know, unless you take action, probably not. And most people, usually people that pay this kind of service, usually will pay like for other people. So you're probably one out of 10 consultants that they pay to kind of look at their problems and to tell them like what the solution is. And they're probably only going to pick the one that they like to hear. And it's just one of those adult kind of nature that you kind of have to learn after you grow up and stuff. Also, with the heated rivalry thing, I was really concerned because in my somehow in my deep psyche, like in my, I don't know, psyche that is maybe a bit disturbed or something, I feel like I'm scared that this year is going to be a start of like a romantic thing for me, because that is a very scary space to be, maybe. But then again, the fact that I'm not really feeling anything from this romantic TV show that is basically taking over the world is probably maybe a good sign. Maybe I'm not going to be as freaked out as I do when I go into a potential romantic circumstances and situationship and stuff. But then again, at the same time, I mean, like, it's gonna be really difficult to get into this kind of romantic situationship. First, I don't go out at all, so it has to be like a miracle or something for me to actually like them and actually engage in the whole situation. And second, I don't have money to actually spare to go on dates or to go do activities with these people. And third, I'm like 40 something now. I'm still trying to get it into my brain that I'm 42 soon. I'm 42. It's like my brain is not, it's not sinking in my brain. My brain is still thinking that I'm still in my 20s. I'm not. I've met people in their 20s I'm definitely not in my 20s. I met people in my 20s, and I'm kind of grateful I'm not in my 20s. Not because I don't like them, not because of that. It's because the difference in generation is so apparent. The way we think is so different. The way we approach the world is so different. Our circumstances are very different, and I feel lost. I feel like I don't know what to do with myself. uh, I get to the stage where I'm looking like this channel and I'm thinking, when was the last time I posted on this channel? And it didn't feel like it was a long time ago. It felt like I just posted it, and now days are jumbled together. It's like it's blending together, and I can't even differentiate whether today is Monday or today is the beginning of January or whether today is the end of January. It's like my brain is no longer recording that, and it's bad. And I looked it up today and I'm like, oh my God, it's been almost 8 days since I posted on this channel. Like, that's crazy. Because earlier in the year, in the month, and also later in December, the feeling was the opposite. Like, December felt as if that it never ended. It just felt as if like it's dragged and it's just slowed down, and it just like never ends, and it just takes forever to get to 31st of December. But I feel like January is speeding up, and I'm not keeping up. So yeah, I don't know what to do with my life. I don't know. To be honest, I really just want to die. Not in a dark kind of way, like not in a like, oh my God, I'm so enraged with life and I'm just so angry, I'm so sad. No, I'm just like, I'm so tired and exhausted. I'm like, I don't want to do anything. I feel like I'm just too inconvenient to keep living. It's just like too inconvenient. I don't want to start over. I don't want to think about new beginnings. I don't want to do any of that. I don't want to learn anything new. I don't want to keep improving my life. I don't want to meet anyone new. I feel like I'm done. I just want to be done. uh, and again, I say like not in a dark kind of way, it's just in a like, when you have traveled so far, like for example, you traveled for like 6 weeks or so, and then you basically have gone from one to B, for example. I'm not saying this is what I did, but like you've gone from Rome to Venice, and then you jumped to another plane on a plane ride. You go to Latvia, and then you go to Poland, and then you go to Copenhagen, and then you just keep like jumping, ships and then going to different places, and you're repeating that over and over again. In the beginning, it was really exciting, but after about 6 weeks, you're like, dude, I just want to go home. I just want to go home. That's how I feel right now about life. I just want to go back home to like the afterlife. That's what I feel right now. I just feel like this is great. It's been a great adventure, but I just want to go. It's like there is nothing wrong with all these places. There's nothing wrong with me per se. I'm over it. It's like I'm not depressed. I'm not having passive ideation. No, it's just like this feeling of just like I'm done. I just done. So yeah, I don't know how whether people feel that or not. I feel like I don't have the capacity anymore to learn anything complicated, because people pay you to do complicated things, like technical things, like in the world, in this particular side of the world, like maybe paying you to automate their social medias, to automate postings, to clip their contents, for example, which sounds very simple, but it isn't really, because you have to have like a technical knowledge about it. You know how to splice a content and then make it interesting and stuff. I don't have that skill. and I don't really want to learn it because my brain feels very angry when I'm learning new things nowadays. And the anger is no longer healthy anger. It used to be healthy anger because it used to be fun. I got frustrated and it was fun. And like you push through it, and then you get to the other end, and then you're like, yes, I did it. I learned something. Now it's like, no, no. Why are you trying? Why are you pushing me to do this? No. So I'm not sure that my future is gonna be bright. I don't know. I feel sorry for you guys if you guys are talking and listening to this. There is no point of my talk whatsoever. But it is a very beautiful night right now in Sydney, and it's just perfect weather. The wind is blowing, it's very breezily, it's soft. It's not too cold. It's warm enough. It's around maybe 20 degrees somehow. So it's a perfect summer evening right now. And it has been a cold summer so far. And even the hot days are like, I think we are getting proper summer right now. We are getting sunny days, and UV index is very high. So even if you go out at like 5 in the afternoon, you're going to get burned because the sun will still stings you. Uh, so I'm just trying to enjoy as much as I can before my life turns into a disaster. Also, getting back to the romantic part, that I was thinking, like, oh my god, is this like, I don't know why, but I never thought of this like the past decade and a half or so. Like, is this the year where I need to confront romantic part or like stuff? I don't think so. I mean, like, just by logic, it doesn't seem like. But then again, you never know. Like, you suddenly bump into someone on the street, and then suddenly, before you know it, and a month later you are in this full blown situationship. But no, I don't think it will happen to me because I'm a nerd. I feel like when I see myself from the outside, I don't have a lot of self esteem, because when I see myself on the outside, I see myself as a very lowly person. I don't have status, I don't have money, I don't have power, I don't have beauty. So all my scarrings and my um, hyperpigmentation are basically scarring my face. So if you look at me in real life, it really looks as if that I am really scarred. So I feel like no man is going, no man that I'm interested in, which is very um, arrogant on my part. I know that I like is really good looking men, tall, handsome, and very well toned. Um, you know, um, my type, smart, rich, like, typical idol type of situation. um, I feel like, those kind of men are not gonna look at me and think, yeah, she's a catch. You know what I mean? So so I don't even brush my hair when I leave the door out, like underworld. So like, I can't care less. So it's like, oh yeah, I feel like when I see it that way, I'm like, okay, I'm calming myself down. Like, okay, maybe we don't have to worry about the scare, like the scare of this year potentially having to deal with kind of a romantic thing. Just let's deal with the money thing that we haven't solved for the past 42 years. That's the issue that is probably really big right now. If you want to keep on living for another 40 years, that's what I'm telling myself. But yeah, so that's right now. That's what's happening. I'm hinging myself on the fact that my identity is shifting. I can feel it. I can feel something is shifting, and I can feel like my psyche that was asleep before is waking up. But I'm like, why? But the psyche that is waking up is the psyche that went to sleep in my 20s. So I'm like, I don't understand what's happening in my head right now. Um, Like I think this has something to do with the heated rivalry thing as well. It's kind of bring back a lot of nostalgia about about late teenagehood and early 20s, and it feels like very intense those days, where where the world is your oyster. There's a lot of possibilities ahead. That's what the feeling no that's what the energy feels like in my brain, not in my body, in my brain, because it's two different read with the brain and with the body. In my nervous system, it's not really registering much, but in the brain, it does kind of read that situation going on. I know that sounds really convoluted and unclear, but it is what it is, I guess. Anyway, I'll talk to you later. Hopefully soonish, not until next week or something. Or if my mic is working. If my mic is not working, then I'll see you when I get around to do that. I don't know. I'll see you when I see you. Um, yeah. So have a good life, guys. Bye. Oh, if you like and subscribe, click the notification bell because we don't have schedule. Um, and if you want to support, go to coffee.com/Valerie in the description box. Bye.